we're discussing a lot about the importance of understanding citta, any kind of citta, but including any kind of vipaka, even Bhavanga cittas.
If there is no understanding of citta, can there be letting go the idea of self? For example, how can we understand the moment of vipaka and kusala and akusala as different citta accompanied by different cittasikas? That's why we think about the conditions or the factors of citta and the object of citta. But what about the citta itself? Usually we think about other things. No understanding of citta is so very powerful in the sense that without it, nothing can appear. There cannot be anything at all. But that is a reality which is ignored. Just learn about vipaka citta and kusala citta and akusala citta. But in truth, what is its nature? What we call Dhamma, that which arises without any shape or form or any kind of rupa. But how it is, just experience an object. We are not used, we are not acquainted to understand that at all. Because usually in life, what appears through 6 doorways. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body. And then thinking and liking and disliking. But the reality, which is the truth of experiencing an object, is not known. That's why even we talk about the citta, which is vipaka, if we don't talk about the moment of birth, what is there, then must be the reality which experiences an object arising. The beginning of life, a personality is there beginning from that moment on and on, unexpectedly. What would happen in life from birth to death? But what is it at moment of birth? The reality which experiences an object, unknown object. Unknown object. So it's so very difficult to imagine or to think about the moment of that because it's just there. No object appearing at all, but it's there experiencing an object. So now, before seeing what is there, a reality which arises and experiences unknown object before the object is seen or is heard and so on, different moments. So we learn about the vipaka because at that moment it conditioned different personality from then on. How come with our conditions at moment of birth? That's why we learn little by little that even it experiences an object, no matter it arises with such and such cetasika or what and what, but it's that which arises and experiences the object different from cetasikas and rupa and anything at all. That's why learn to understand the reality which experiences. We don't talk about the object. Otherwise, we think of the object like seeing. It sees, but the object appears. What is seen? Which were object. And what is that which sees? And then we talk about the vipaka because we have to understand it. What is called or what is vipaka? The first moment in life, birth moment, and Bhavanga and so on. Learn to understand the reality which arises just to experience an object. When there's no condition for it to experience that which is seen, it's that which experiences the unknown object. And when there's no condition for it to experience sound, it's that experience the unknown object. That's why we learn to understand closer and closer. So when we talk about the very close, the closest, we don't talk about the place, but we talk about the characteristic of that which is there. So very close. What else is there if it's not that which experiences an object? That's why all these words can be conditioned for wise consideration about the truth of what is there from moment to moment in life, from the first moment of life and then on, to understand whether it's true or not. The object is known at moment of birth and on until there's seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting. And later on, we learn that the first process is the thinking, mind process, because it's a moment, a beginning to experience what is there. See, it begins to wake up to know the reality is that which experiences the unknown object, because it's not clear, because the first process in life, mind process, what is the object at that moment, the accumulation of such and such, the accumulation of all kinds of realities like kusala and akusala, conditioned moment of thinking of one object with what? Ignorance, no understanding of what is there. So learn to understand the moment when it experiences the unknown object. And then when there is the object appearing, it experiences with no understanding of that object. But the characteristic of avijja is not the characteristic of the citta, which arises just to experience. But what is there? With at moment of thinking, no understanding. So avijja is there. That's why just learn to understand that which can be known and that which cannot be known. But it's there as that which cannot be known. For example, the first process. Who knows that it is with attachment, ignorance, and attachment instantly of that object which does not appear, but is there. Whatever is there is the object of attachment and ignorance. That's why we learn to understand what is there in life, that keep on going until this moment. That moment of experiencing comes from moment when there's no object appearing at all. So it's just the stream of what is conditioned to arise, experience the unknown object, until time comes to be process of experiences, one process at a time, and with that stream and again. And this is life, unknown, unexpectedly. That's why even the word which seems so very simple, but the truth is that it's so true. And Panya is so keen to understand that. For example, what is there now? Just pop up. Who knows? No right understanding to know what is there. How can it be known as it pops up? But when Panya is there, understanding more and more of one characteristic at a time, at moment of that object is experienced and then gone, the other reality pop up. See, so each word becomes clearer and clearer when there's a little more understanding. And stage by stage, pariyatti and patipatti and patibeta, unexpectedly, beyond expectation of the truth, which is not like it is now. But they are there from moment to moment. The moment of the stream of that which experiences the unknown object, and then the moment when it experiences an object, not the same moment at all, but it's that which arises and falls away until conditioned for it to experience such object through such knowing. And this is what we can consider, whether it's true or not, to be firm confidence of the truth of no one at all, little by little. Otherwise, how can there be the letting go of the idea of self or things, something, all the time?